I just want to let you know that we can be happy by the smallest of things in the world. We don't have to do anything big to be happy. After reading that poem, you'll come to know that small things can make us happy. The name of the poem is Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. This poem is one of the shortest poems that you have in your syllabus. So I'm going to read it and explain it to you. In this video, I have explained the summary of the poem A Dust of Snow, and after that I have explained the poem line by line, and yes, most importantly, I have mentioned the poetic devices along with animations and entertaining visuals. The way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. The poet Robert Frost, he was very sad one day. He was lost in his thought and he was walking somewhere and he was trying to make himself happy. Nothing was working for him and he spent half of the day being sad. Suddenly, he stood under a tree, a hemlock tree, and somehow crow was also sitting on the branches of the tree. The crow moved, and because of the movement of the crow, some dust of snow fell onto his shoulders. And this small incident or event changed his mood. Now the second stanza has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruined. The poet had ruined his first part of the day and he was very depressed regarding that fact. But when this incident happened, when the crow came and shook the branch, because of that, some dust of snow fell onto his body. He started to feel the sensation and his mood changed from sadness to happiness that he experienced. Now he was more happy because his rest of the day was not ruined. That was his achievement through this incident. So we can see a small incident changed the poet's mood. Now we are heading towards line by line explanation. Let's see the first line. The way a crow. Here a crow has been taken as a part of nature. Basically we think the crow or consider the crow to be a bad luck. But here it's a part of nature. Now let's see what are the figures of speeches and literary devices here. Let's see. Symbolism. Crow is basically symbolized as a bad luck. But here, the crow has been symbolized as good luck here. Because the poet was desolated, sad, but the small action of the crow makes the scene completely changed from sadness to happiness. Next, we can see the imagery. Imagery means word pictures. If we read the poem, we can create several pictures in our brain. So, this line creates imagery in our brain. Second line, shook down on me. Nothing. When the crow moves in the tree, the dust of snow falls onto the poet. Here, we can see the imagery. Imagery means when this line says shook down on me, we can have the clear picture in our brain that the crow is moving and some dust of snow is falling onto the poet's body. Third line, the snow is just as light as the dust. It was not in huge amount. Just a bit of snow falls onto the body of the poet. The poetic devices used in this third line. First one is metaphor. Metaphor is comparison between two unlikely things without the use of as or like. The snow is compared to dust here because the quantity of the snow is very little, just like dust. That's why it said the dust of snow. So here we can see the use of metaphor where dust and snow is compared without the use of like or as. Another thing we can see here is imagery again. We can easily visualize the picture that is going on here. The dust of snow is falling onto the body of the poet. The fourth line, from a hemlock tree. The snow falls from a hemlock tree. Basically, we consider hemlock tree to be ominous. It's not taken as something positive. But here, the hemlock tree is the game changer. The hope falls from the hemlock tree. The dust of snow falls from the hemlock tree. Now let's see what kind of poetic device has been used here. Symbolism. The hemlock tree is basically considered to be the symbol of death, decay, poison, etc., etc. But here, it is symbolized as the source of happiness, the positive one. So, symbolism is here used. Let's move on to the second stanza. First line, the poet was very sad, but suddenly something happens. A dust of snow falls onto his body and his mood changes. What kind of poetic devices are used here? First of all, it's personification that is used here. Personification is something where an inanimate thing is given the quality of human or animate thing. Here it says that has given my heart. It means the dust of snow has given his heart joy. So giving is the quality of human or animate thing. Here dust of snow is giving happiness to the poet. It means dust of snow has the quality of giving. So here an inanimate thing, dust of snow, is given the quality of giving. So personification is used here. Another poetic device is used, and that is metronomy. Metronomy is the substitution. For example, here it says that has given my heart. Here heart, the word has been used, but here heart means the emotions of the poet. So when something else is used to mention something else, it's called metronomy. So here her has been used as metonymy. Second line of the second stanza. A change of mood. Obviously, the poet was very sad. Suddenly, after that small incident, his mood changes. He was sad, now he is happy. Now let's see what are the poetic devices used in this line. Only one poetic device we can see here, and that is metonymy. Again, the poet's feelings changed, and all the feelings from sadness to happiness has been alternated with the word mood. So here, mood means all the feelings that the poet feels at that moment. So metonymy has been used here. The word mood is metonymized here. Third line of the second stanza. And saved some part. What part? The part of the poet's day. The first part of the poet was in vain. He was very sad. He was unproductive. But the second part of his day, it was productive because one small incident happens. So here, his second part was saved because of the falling of dust of snow onto his body. Here, we can see the use of alliteration. We can see two words here. Saved and some, simultaneous words, where the sound of S or the letter S is repeated twice. So alliteration we can see here in this line. The last line of the second stanza, and this is the last line of the poem also. Congratulations. Let's see. A day I had rued. In this last line, the poet regrets the fact that he had spent or he had wasted the first part of the day. That's why he is showing his regret, as well as he is showing the happiness also that he enjoyed the second part or utilized the second part also. So here, both the emotions or both the moods are residing together. So let's see what is the poetic device is used here. The poetic device here used is antithesis. Antithesis is when we put both the feelings or sad feelings or happy feelings or the both opposite feelings together. This is called antithesis. Here the poet shows that he was happy and he was sad also. So both the opposite feelings are residing side by side. So here we can see the utilization of antithesis in the last line. Hope you like the video. Your fruitful suggestions will be highly appreciated in the comment box below. And yes, if you really like the video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe the channel. And of course, share with your friends so that they can have the benefit out of the contents of the videos. And if you want more videos like this, check out our playlist.